There are good ones, there are great ones, but there can only be one to be called the greatest. He was born Christmas Day, 1910, and christened Brian Grant Jr. But standing just barely above 5 feet tall, his nickname came easily.
American ace Bitsy Grant on leave from the U.S. Army in New Guinea.
Bitsy was one of a kind. No doubt about it. He was anywhere from 5'2" to 5'4", depending on the size shoes he had on. Could absolutely make a tennis ball talk.
As I think Red Smith termed him, the mighty Atom. He was 5'3", 135 pounds, part greyhound, part terrier, part pit bulldog, and he would fight you tooth and nail all the way.
Bitsy Grant was at his most dominant in the 1930s, where he was generally recognized as one of the top players in the world, if not the very top. He won the U.S. Clays 3 times in 5 years. To this day, tennis historians recognize him as one of the very best clay players in the history of the game.
Bitsy Grant is the most deserving Georgia resident of all time.
Bitsy was known as one of the great Georgia triumvirate. There was Bitsy Grant, Ty Cobb, and Bobby Jones of the era.
He was ranked in the top 10 nationally throughout the 1930s and was dominant in U.S. Davis Cup play. Maybe more impressive, Bitsy Grant won 36 national championships in the senior divisions, including one in the 1970s when he was playing into his 50s.
Bitsy was a retriever. He was very, very solid. He did not make any unforced errors. He had a serve wasn't overpowering, but he was extremely accurate. And what really made him tough was he was an extreme competitor.
I have seen him play when he was beyond his prime, but I've seen him play like a surgeon and just dissect his opposition to the point of them giving up more than once.
Into his later tennis days, Bitsy was known as a shy but clever person off the court. He was aware of his fame, but knew when it was time to be just one of the fellas.
He would come off the court and he might be playing with a fun group and end up winning, and his comment, he would just have a little quip, was it's kind of hard to soar with the eagles when you're used to roosting with the crows.
And so about the 3rd point, Bitsy serves and I poach and I crack it and it hits the top of the net. And Bitsy turns to me and he says, gosh, darn it, Peter, you're playing with me. The ball's going to find you. Now play your 3rd well. I've remembered that to this day.
He was a man of his times, charismatic enough to encourage the Southern masses into following the game, honorable enough to withstand heavy gunfire in World War II, and relentless enough to never stop competing.
I saw an article one time in Tennis South magazine, and the caption on the article was, "Bitsy Grant, there'll never be another one like him," and there never will be.
Many are great, only one is the greatest. He is Bitsy Grant, a charter inductee into the Georgia Tennis Hall of Fame.